After-prom. That's when it had been. He's dressed pretty sharp. Sleeves of his sport coat rolled up to his elbows. Tie undone and hanging around his neck. And he has his hair gelled up, the way he always used to wear it. He's half sitting against one of the bike racks just outside the cafeteria, night sky bright with the moon, as he sneaks a smoke. I can see him from the window inside, just sitting out there by himself. I push the glass door open with my elbow and step out to join him. Thought you got lost or something? It's chilly without a coat, but somehow refreshing compared to the buildup of teen sweat permeating the gym. Huh? He glances over at the sound of my voice. Grins. Me? I'm never lost. Just taking a different route than everyone else. You should have seen Hunar at bingo. Lucky fucker won an iPod shuffle. Genzou stretches his arms over his head. I'm holding out my luck for the raffle. Daddy's gonna win himself a Dell. Confident, are we? I laugh and take a seat next to him. He holds out his water bottle with a little, No, thanks. I am not getting expelled with only a few months left. He shakes his head, takes a sip. Now that I'm close, the smell is much stronger. The bottle had been full when he brought it in. Now there's only about a third left. You'd never get expelled. Everybody loves you. He throws an arm over my shoulder, then brings the cigarette back to his lips. Me, though? They just their pants to kick me out of my ass. A grin. Let the fuckers try, I say. He shakes his fist at some unknown entity in the sky. When he slumps back down, his body is heavy against mine. He sits there, unmoving. I can see him gumming the end of his cigarette. Then a hiccup. He brings an arm up to wipe at his nose. Maybe you really should put the bottle away for a while. I wince. Somebody's definitely gonna notice. Yeah, I'm really gonna miss you. Mr. College Boy over here, off to bigger and better places, getting your fancy schmancy degree. It's only an hour away. Not like I'm leaving the planet. I try to laugh. Besides, I'll be back. A pause. You decided what you're doing yet? He waggles his cigarette between his teeth, smiles, pretends to look around, waving his hand towards our surroundings. Maybe I'll go into bikes. Bikes? Yeah, everybody loves bikes, so by association, everybody would love me. I'll be the most popular gen in town. By the time you come back, you'll need an appointment just to talk to me. A bird hoots softly from up amongst the branches overhead. Yeah, I get my own little shop. That'd be nice. Now he's rubbing at his pant leg, again and again, as though trying to rub right through the fabric. He opens his mouth, closes it. Oh, God. When he pulls a cigarette away to let out a plume of smoke, I can see his fingers shaking. Oh, fuck, there it is again. He finally says, Can I tell you something? I raise a brow. Of course. Then, you can always tell me anything. No, I can't. His mouth twitches. He's really shaking now. I can even feel it against my shoulder. Again, what's wrong? You're acting super weird. But at that moment, the door pops open. Hey, guys! And Gidget comes running out, her blonde hair dancing behind her. Iggy! They're opening up the bouncy castle! Come on, you have to go on it! With me! Her hands find mine, then she's tugging me up and off the bike rack. All I could do is laugh.
Okay.
I throw a glance back at Genzou, even as I'm being dragged inside.
Come on, Gen! Bouncy castle!
We pass by Orlam at the door, who's just watching us, shoulders hunched as he wrings his hands. I catch him throwing a look at Genzou before dashing after us, rat tail bouncing.
Wait for me!
All manner of hacked-together colors, brilliant and bright, shrieks of laughter coming from inside as it shudders.
Come on, Iggy!
Gidget still has my hand. She gives me a tug to pull me closer to the entrance.
All right.
At this point, I don't have much of a choice. Besides, when am I going to have another chance to jump around inside an inflatable castle?
Whoa!
Gidget pulls herself up and inside the entrance flap, promptly falling down on her rear end in a flurry of fabric. Graceful, I say with a laugh, starting to climb in after her. Then I pause. Look back. Genzou and Orlam are just standing there. Genzou looking sullen and inebriated, and Orlam looking back and forth between Genzou and the castle with increasingly nervous flicks of his head.
Do you want to go on it?
I hear Orlam ask.
Like fuck I do!
Orlam winces but reaches towards him all the same, curling his hand around Genzou's wrist.
It's okay. I can help you.
Genzou slaps his hand away with a jerk, stepping backwards.
Don't you fucking touch me!
I feel all of a sudden guilty. Come on, Gen! I slide back out, dash towards him, already out of breath.
I'll help you. I just said I'm not going on that thing.
Genzou just squawks. It'll be fun, come on! I grab his hand. At the touch, his face morphs into something unreadable, and the corner of his mouth twitches. In that instant of hesitation, I manage to pull him over to the entrance of the castle.
Whoa!
I grab his cane away and toss it to the side, before hooking my arms beneath his pits and hauling him up and over the vibrantly hued threshold.
Wait, what are you... Whoa!
I drag myself up after him and crawl over, one hand to his back so he knows where I am.
God. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm already regretting this!
Genzou has to shout over the sound of the air pump. He's on his hands and knees and trying to keep his balance. The ground beneath us is bucking and bobbing like the surface of a turbulent waterbed.
Hey!
And when one of our overzealous classmates bounces a bit too close, it sends Genzou backwards onto his rear end with a yelp. I reach for his hand, hooking my fingers in his and pulling him to his feet.
Yeah, really fucking hate this. Really fucking hate this.
Just hold on to me, I shout, before grabbing his other hand and starting to bounce. First, gentle bounces, testing out the water, so to speak. Then slowly transforming into larger and larger bounces. Genzou looks positively terrified at first, and his fingers are clenched in mine so tightly, it's cutting off the circulation. But little by little, he starts to join in, grin playing on his lips as he moves up and down with the undulating floor. There's a flash of purple next to us as Gidget bounces over.
That's the way, boys!
She laughs.
I feel like I'm walking on the moon!
Genzou shouts and nearly falls over.
My turn, Iggy!
Gidget's hands are on my shoulders now. I laugh. Release Genzou's hands to grab Gidget's instead. Fine, I say with a grin. How can I resist the invitation of such a lovely lady?
My prince!
She coos sarcastically.
Don't let me fall!
Genzou falls back silently. I see his arms drop to his sides. He's no longer bouncing. But Gidget is jumping now. Whoa. High. So high. And my own stomach is lurching up and down with each buoyant wave. Higher and higher. Both of us laughing and shrieking. Toppling over each other. I'm not sure how long the two of us bounce before Orlam makes it over.
Wait, guys. I'm over here, guys. Hold on.
I see him staggering his way towards us across the choppy expanse. However, he loses his balance once he gets close, colliding straight into Genzou's shoulder.
Hey!
Genzou yelps, stepping back with a start. And Orlam falls to his knees between the three of us. It's quiet for a moment. Then Genzou laughs, reaches forward.
Who's this, Orlam?
His hands find Orlam's shoulders, traveling upwards, thumbs feeling out his face. For a second, his palms cup Orlam's cheeks, almost as though he's about to lean in for a kiss. Then another laugh. He grabs the back of Orlam's hair, fingers curled into the base of his rat tail.
Damn, didn't know you were that desperate to suck my dick.
He shoves Orlam's face into his crotch with a cackle.
So shameless, in front of everyone?
Genzou! I snap. It's not like Genzou picking on Orlam is a new thing, but this is too much. That's enough! I release Gidget's hands and step forward with a swat at Genzou, sending Orlam back onto his rear end. Genzou just shrugs, blowing a raspberry with his lips.
I mean, all he had to do was ask.
Come on. I hook my arms beneath Orlam's pits in an attempt to pull him back to his feet. He sags like a limp rag doll in my grip.
What the hell is wrong with you, Gen?
Gidget's hands are on her hips. Genzou shoots his middle finger skyward with an angry jerk.
Oh, sorry. Guess I didn't know today was shit on Genzou day.
Nobody's shitting on you. And then with a slightly subdued hiss,
And I think you've had a little bit too much.
Genzou grunts, wipes his nose.
Whatever, it's fine. I'm just the resident loser after all. I always fuck everything up. You're better off without
What are
me.
you even talking about? Orlam's starting to slip between my arms, and I try to readjust my grip.
Nothing. I've already made a jackass of myself enough for one night. No need to embarrass myself further.
He rubs at his face, staggers forward. He's looking really bad.
I need to get out of here.
He stumbles away, hand reaching out for the inflatable wall so he can use it to guide himself back to the exit. I watch him for a moment before finally yanking Orlam the rest of the way up. He pitches forward in an attempt to find his balance. His face, his cheeks, forehead, neck, everything is bright red. He doesn't look at me, his shoulders hunched as he tugs at his rat tail. Gidget takes a gentle hold of his shoulders in an attempt to steady him, her face a mixture of pity and curiosity. I throw another look in Genzou's direction. He's stumbling along, about halfway there. Then an errant bounce from one of our classmates rocks his balance and he goes down, hard. Shit! Visions of him getting trampled filling my head. I take off after him.
No, I let him fall again.
I make it about 5 loping steps before I too go down.
What the fuck?
I land half on top of him. And for a second, I can't do much of anything. The world jumping and shuddering around me. But once I gather myself, I manage to grab hold of Genzou's smaller frame and roll out of the path of our screeching classmates. We're a tangled mess of limbs now, my fingers clenched tight in the fabric of his jacket and his leg hooked up over my hip. I can feel his heart beating against my chest.
Oh my fucking god.
Sounds like it's going into overdrive. And his breath is short and stilted against my neck.
Iggy!
His voice sounds semi-panicked. Yeah, it's just me, I say near his ear, though for some reason this doesn't seem to distill his distress. If anything, his heart starts beating faster.
Fuck. Oh my fuck.
Didn't want you coming out looking like a pancake. The side of his mouth twitches, and I feel him start shifting against me.
God, this is the worst fucking position I could have ended up in.
Anyway, come on, let's get out of here before both of us get crushed to death. I give him a squeeze around the middle, then drag the both of us towards the exit. We go rolling from the cracking tarp and onto the floor of the gym below with a flop. It takes a moment for the world to stop spinning and my head to stop ringing, for me to get adjusted to the bright lights and sudden quiet. But before I can so much as sit up, Genzou has already extricated himself from me with a jerk. He scooches away, the look of panic back and stronger this time.
Fuck. That's the worst fuck. That was the... I can't fucking... Did that really just fucking happen?
Where's my stick?
Huh? It's over here. What's wrong?
Just give me it, okay?
I rise shakily to my feet, throwing a glance towards Gidget as she slides out after us, then wandering over to where I'd tossed his cane. Here. When I offer it out to him, he quickly snatches it from my hand. He's acting weird. Shoulders hunched. Body turned away from me. Legs crossed.
Oh, fuck, I've got one. The fuck? Why? No.
You okay?
I'm fine. I'll be right back, okay?
He flicks his cane out and begins walking away, nearly running into a trio of chatting girls along the way. Okay, I guess, I say to no one in particular. I have no idea what's gotten into him. Well, okay, I have some idea. A whole bottle full of alcohol. But even that doesn't explain his current behavior. I attempt to smooth down my rumpled clothes before wiping the sweat from my forehead. Between the physical exertion and the buildup of dry air in that thing, I'm absolutely parched. So I wander to the nearby table of drinks one of the parent chaperones is manning, and grab a couple of water bottles, figuring I'll get some for everyone. I'm on my way back, 4 water bottles tucked in my arms, when I see Gidget talking to Orlam.
Said to tell you something.
Huh?
Said he needed you to help him with something.
He did? Orlam gets very flustered at this. I can see him curling and looping his fingers through his rat tail.
Yeah, he went down that way, I think.
She gestures off in the direction Genzou headed. Orlam follows her finger with his gaze, glances back, looks again.
Okay.
Just as I arrive with the water bottles, he skulls off, looking very much like a mouse escaping into its hole. Where'd he go? Gidget just shrugs, then sees the water.
Oh, is that for us?
Yeah, I guess I'll just keep these for when those 2 come back. I hand her one, trying to figure out what to do with the others before finally shoving one in each of my jacket pockets. They only half fit, sticking out humorously above the fabric like sweaty dumbbells. Want to sit down? I nod in the direction of the bleachers as I unscrew the cap of my own bottle and take a swig.
Sounds good. My feet are killing me.
A short climb later, and we're halfway up the bleachers, perched on one of the benches and gazing down upon the boisterous gym floor. Gidget's taking her shoes off and is stretching her toes on the seat in front of us as she sneaks sips from her water. Wonder where Bucks and Hunar disappeared to. I throw a half-serious glance across the heads of our fellow students. Haven't seen them since bingo.
Who knows? They've got meditation going in the wrestling room. Maybe they're there.
I hum beneath my breath, elbows on my knees and chin resting on my palms.
Kind of weird, though, when you think about it.
I cock my head in her direction.
Just all of us, after this. Who knows where we'll go, you know?
She pauses, takes a sip.
After being together for so long, it feels weird. Like, I won't be able to just call one of you up. No more after schools in Normans.
Yeah, it's weird. We sit there a moment, letting the silence linger between us. You still going into fashion? I finally ask.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Campbell already accepted me anyway, so...
I think back to a year prior, when Gidget had gushed constantly about wanting to apply to Springwood's software development program. Now, however, I hadn't even heard her mention Springwood since... Oh. I turn my gaze away, scratching the back of my neck. The water bottles feel especially heavy in my pockets.
Iggy?
Huh? When I glance back, I see her staring at her feet.
Do you think I'm pretty?
I nearly spit out my water. In a fluster, I attempt to wipe off my mouth, tremble audible in my voice as I ask, what do you mean by that? Her face is red now.
I was thinking about maybe going into modeling after school.
Oh! I screw the lid back on my water. There's little droplets of water on my glasses now. They're distracting me.
I told my mom, but she said I'm too ugly.
What? That's bullshit! I say, just a bit too loud, then glance around nervously to check that none of the parent chaperones had heard me. When it seems I'm in the clear, I lean forward, hissing softer this time. That's bullshit!
Is it, though?
I see the side of her mouth twitch.
Of course it is. You're the most gorgeous girl I know. I mean, look at you.
I gesture towards her dress.
You look like you stepped out of a painting or something. Like an angel, yeah.
Huh? Gidget sits back, her cheeks pink.
You think I look like an angel?
I cough into my hand. I mean, yeah. My knee is bouncing now. It's making the bleachers rattle. When I look over, I see tears forming in Gidget's eyes. Shit! What's wrong? Did I see something wrong?
No,
She sniffs.
No one's ever said anything like that to me before.
Hey. I hesitate, pull up my sweaty collar, then finally bring my arm around her shoulder. That's just because, no one else knows the real you.
The real me?
Yeah, the you inside, your spirit. I reach forward to tap the area above her heart, then recoil when I realize just how close to her chest that is. I pat her knee instead. The kind of thing only someone as close as, me would know. I have no idea what I'm talking about at this point. I'm just rambling in an attempt to make her feel better. Gidget looks down bashfully, a little grin playing on her lips.
I see.
So don't let anyone tell you you're ugly, okay? You're always beautiful to me. For a second, I worry that she's going to start crying again. Her head tilts downward towards her knees, and her eyes go strangely dark. Then she jerks upward, her cheek pressed against my shoulder and her smile reaching from ear to ear.
Oh, Iggy, I'm gonna be the best model, the prettiest model, just for you. Your angel.
Her hand finds mine and she lets out a happy sigh, just leaning against my shoulder. Then we simply sit there, staring out across the gym, at the faces of classmates we'll likely never see again. For a second, I feel like I'm standing on top of a tall cliff and looking down into the unknown. Things are going to change after this, aren't they? Never going to be the same again. The 2 water bottles in my pockets stay there until they grow warm. After-prom. Well, after prom. I'd lost the others somehow. Even Gidget, despite her practically refusing to leave my side the latter half of the night. I don't spy any of them now amongst the surrounding exodus, so I figure they must either still be inside somewhere or left earlier. I run a hand through my hair. I'm tired, exhausted. Time to go back home and sleep until noon. I start down the path away from the school and towards the bus stop. It clears out quickly, to the point that I soon find myself alone. Most of my classmates have cars, or at least know someone who does. I don't even have my learner's permit. Shoving my hands into my pockets, I count the cracks in the sidewalk as I shuffle along. It's still dim, no longer pitch black, but dark enough that you can still make out the stars in the sky. And the chilly morning air is making the hair on my arms stand straight up. I glance up upon rounding the corner, then stop. Orlam standing beneath the light at the bus stop. He looks so small just standing there, staring at the ground. The overhead light is casting harsh shadows across his shoulders and arms, emphasizing the protruding bumps of his bones. "Hey!" I call out as I start towards him, then feel my feet slow as he turns around. His face is dark, eyes turning towards me vacantly, face an ashy gray. Just staring. I feel goosebumps pop up all along my neck and arms. He looks like some kind of ghost. "Hey, I try again, slowly falling into place beside him at the stop. "Everything okay? Was wondering where you went. Suddenly felt like I was all alone in there." I smile. He doesn't return it, nor does he say anything, just staring at me with that same look of almost confused emptiness. Now that I'm closer, I can get a better look at him. His eyes are pink and puffy. His hair is a scraggly mess. And his clothes look like they've gone through a wrestling match. I notice the buttons of his shirt no longer match up. Did something... I start, looking back and forth from his face to his bedraggled appearance. Did something happen? At this, his face seems to curl in on itself. His brows furrow in on his eyes as his lips pull back in a distraught cringe. And his gaze falls as what appears to be a renewed burst of tears begin running down his cheeks. Shit! I reach forward out of instinct and simply stand there awkwardly, one arm around his shoulder as he cries in silence. Hey, it's okay, I finally say, giving him what I hope is a reassuring squeeze. I can feel him shake, hiccups racking his frame. He sniffs.
Everyone always abandons me.
My face twitches in concern, but I don't say anything, waiting to see if he'll continue. He gives another sniff, a phlegmy cough.
There's Brownie, my mom, and now even Ken.
He clenches his eyes shut. I see him bite down on his tongue. He brings a hand up to wipe at his face, but all it does is spread the tears and snot across his cheeks. Finally, he turns towards me, jaw taut.
Is there something wrong with me?
There's nothing wrong with you. I wince, taking a step back to give him some room as he wipes his snotty arm on his shirt.
Nobody cares about me. I'm all alone.
His gaze drops back to the ground. I don't know what to say. I'm not sure there's anything to say. So instead, I reach for his hand, taking his bony fingers in mine. They clench around my knuckles tightly, desperately almost. And I return the squeeze, not even minding the sweat and the snot and the tears greasing his palm. I can still feel him shaking. See his knobby little knees bumping against each other. You're not alone, is what I want to say, but it gets caught up in my throat. Because maybe it's not true. I don't know what to do. But if all I can do is be here for him now, in this moment, Then, well, I guess I can do that. I turned my head skyward towards the slowly brightening sky. Watch as the stars begin to fade out above us. And stand there, holding his hand until the bus comes to take us home.